Okay, so let's talk about Fast Times at Ridgemont High, man. It's like celebrating its 40th anniversary today, dude. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1982 coming-of-age dramedy Fast Times at Ridgemont High, released by Universal, directed by Amy Heckerling, in our featured directorial debut, from a screenplay by Cameron Crowe based on his 1981 book. Now, of course, Crowe went undercover at Claremont High School in San Diego and wrote about his experiences. Now, sorry, I was a little rusty on my little Jeff Spicoli intro and what have you. I do apologize for that. But anyway, he's one of the characters you see in this film. Anyway, the film chronicles a school year in the lives of sophomore Stacy Hamilton and Mark Radner and their older friends, Linda Barrett and Mike Damone, both of whom believe themselves wiser in the ways of romance than their younger counterparts. And it features an ensemble cast of characters forming two subplots, with Jeff Spicoli, a perpetually stoned surfer, facing off against history teacher Mr. Hand, and Stacy's older brother Brad, a senior who works in entry-level jobs to pay for his car and ponders in his 2-year relationship with his girlfriend Lisa. So, anyway, let's get into the story. Brad Hamilton is a popular senior at Ridgemont High School, a fictional school in the San Fernando Valley, and looks forward to his final year of school. He has a job at All American Burger. His 1960 Buick LeSabre car is almost paid for, and plans to break up with his girlfriend Lisa so he can be completely eligible during his senior year. His perfect life is threatened after an exchange with an obnoxious customer results in his firing from All American Burger. When Brad tries to tell Lisa how much he needs her, she informs him that she wants to break up with him to date other guys. So Brad gets a job at Captain Hook Fish and Chips, but quits in humiliation when a beautiful older woman laughs at him wearing a pirate costume while making a food delivery. Brad's sister Stacy is a 15-year-old freshman and a virgin. She works at a pizza parlor at Ridgemont Mall alongside her outspoken older friend Linda Barrett. One night at work, Stacy takes an order from Ron Johnson, a 26-year-old stereo salesman, who asks her out after she tells him she's 19. She later sneaks out of her house for a date with him and loses her virginity that night in the dugout of a baseball field. She later tells Linda about the experience, saying how much it hurt. Linda offers advice to Stacy on the matter, which she often does as the more worldly and experienced of the two. Ron sends her flowers the next day. Mike Damone is a smooth talker who earns money taking sports bets and scalping concert tickets. He fancies himself as a worldly ladies' man. His shy but amiable best friend Mark Radner works as an usher at the movie theater across from the pizza parlor at the mall. When Mark develops a crush on Stacy, Damone lets Mark in on his 5 secrets for pickup girls. And then Damone later persuades Mark to ask Stacy out on a date to a German restaurant. Afterwards, at her home, Stacy invites Mark into her bedroom, where they look at her photo album together. They begin to kiss, but a nervous Mark abruptly leaves after Stacy attempts to seduce him. She mistakenly interprets his shyness as disinterest. Linda quickly advises her to move on and find another boy. After he drops by her house unannounced, Stacy becomes interested in Damone. She invites him to her pool, which quickly leads them to having SCX in the pool house, during which he ejaculates very quickly. Her brother Brad, who has become sullen and withdrawn since his breakup with Lisa, and the loss of his job at All American Burger is caught masturbating in the bathroom by Linda after he fantasizes about her exposing her breasts to him at the pool. Uh-oh, I said breast. And that's actually one of, if not the best parts of that movie. Of course, you can't forget, surely you can't forget that moment and what have you. And yeah, I don't have it on DVD. If I did, I would put that little bit of scene on ultra slow motion, you know. Oh no, I'm sorry. To any of you girls who like me talking about this, forgive me. Kind of feeling a little embarrassed at the moment. Sort of. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Stacy later informs Damone that he has gotten her pregnant. And he tells her she wanted SEX more than he did, which she denies. She asks for him to cover half the cost of an abortion and provide her with a ride to the clinic, and he agrees. However, unable to come up with his half despite attempts to call in debts owed from his business dealings, Damone abandons Stacy on the day of her appointment. Excuse me. She lies and asks her brother Brad to drive her to a bowling alley to meet friends, but he sees her cross the street to the abortion clinic. Brad waits for Stacy and he confronts her about the abortion. Stacy makes Brad promise not to tell their parents, but does not divulge who got her pregnant. When Stacy tells Linda that Damone abandoned her and did not pay up his half, Linda becomes furious. The next day, Damone finds his car spray painted prick and his school locker painted little prick. As revenge, Mark confronts Damone about his involvement with Stacy. They almost get into a fight, but their gym teacher breaks it up. Jeff Spicoli is a carefree stoner and surfer who runs afoul of history teacher Mr. Hand. One night, Spicoli wrecks his not his, wrecks the Chevrolet Camaro of Ridgemont star football player Charles Jefferson during a joyride with Jefferson's younger brother. Spicoli covers up the damage by making it look like the car was destroyed by fans of Ridgemont's sports rival Lincoln High School. When Ridgemont plays Lincoln, Jefferson, furious about his car, brutally tackles several of Lincoln's players and almost single-handedly wins the game. On the evening of the graduation dance, Mr. Hand visits Spicoli's house and informs him that he must make up the 8 hours of class time that he has wasted over the school year. They have a history session that lasts until Mr. Hand is satisfied that Spicoli has understood the lesson and the two show that they respect each other. Alright, now I'm going to give you what happens in the end. As always, you have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid this. If you've seen the movie already, continue. Okay, you've been warned. So in the end, after all this, Mark and Stacy start dating again. Mark makes peace with his best friend Damone. Brad takes a job at a convenience store and is promoted to manager after foiling an armed robbery with some help from an oblivious Spicoli. Damone is busted scalping Ozzy Osbourne tickets and is forced to take a job at 7-Eleven. Linda attends college in Riverside and moves in with her abnormal psychology professor. Spicoli saves Brooke Shields from drowning and blows the reward money, hiring rock band Van Halen to play at his birthday party. And Mr. Hand maintains his belief that everyone is on dope. End of story. So, what did I think of Fast Times at Ridgemont High? I've got to say, it's a great movie, a really fun movie. I've seen it a few times, and it's still one of the best. Well, maybe not best coming of age flicks I've ever seen. I've seen numerous others and what have you. Anyway, I like how this story turns out and what have you. Let's see. And well, the film does not have no score and what have you, but however, it does provide a pretty good soundtrack, which was released on Elektra Records. It features the work of many quintessential 1980s rock artists. Some songs were released as singles, including Somebody's Baby by Jackson Browne. Let's see, and Sammy Hagar does the title track to the film. Let's see, Timothy B. Schmidt did a cover of So Much in Love by the Times. And there's lots of other songs, including Raised on the Radio by the Ravens and Waffle Stomp by Joe Walsh. Let's see. There's lots of other songs on here. Movie in Stereo by the Cars. American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And We Got the Beat by the Go-Go's, which of course is the opening theme to the movie. And there's even Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. Really something. Yep. It's really good. And what can I say? Let's see. Oh yeah, and there's even a song called Fast Times, the Best Years of Our Lives, done by Billy Squier, who you probably know that guy as the guy who had recently got to be a big star after doing songs like The Stroke and lots of others. And well, even before I think this came up just right about the time he even made even bigger with Everybody Wants You. Yeah. Anyway, the film was a pretty big success as it went on to make 27 million here and later gained popularity through television and home video releases. And I gotta say, it's really fun. There was also a short-lived 1986 television series called Fast Times, which aired on CBS. But that was only short-lived, though. Now, the film does have a pretty good cast. Sean Penn plays Spicoli. Very good performance. Playing Stacy is Jennifer Jason Leigh. She's good. Judge Reinhold plays Brad. Robert Romanus plays Mike. Brian Backer plays Rat. Mark Rat Radner. Phoebe Cates plays Linda Barrett. Of course, a couple of years later, she and Judge Reinhold would team together to appear in that great film Gremlins. Let's see. Ray Walston, most of you know him best from My Favorite Martian, the TV series, played Mr. Hand. Scott Thompson played Arnold. Vincent Schiavelli played Mr. Vargas. Amanda Wyss, who would later go on to play Tina in Nightmare on Elm Street, plays Lisa. And there's a whole lot of others, including Forrest Whitaker, who played Charles Jefferson. D.W. Brown played Ron Johnson. And anyway, this also marked the first appearances of, Forrest Whitaker. This was actually one of his first films. And let's see, and Eric Stoltz and Anthony Edwards, who would appear in another great teen flick that was Revenge of the Nerds, and even Nicolas Cage, although he was credited as Nicolas Coppola, though. Yep. There were so many. Really, really, really something. So, anyway, yeah, this film had everything. So, with all that said, with a great soundtrack, a great cast, great story, etc., 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 and such a great atmosphere with the mall, the school, and all that jazz, would I recommend Fast Times at Ridgemont High? The answer is easily hell yeah. This is one film you must see. It will make you laugh your head off at some parts. I mean, this is probably one of the many great coming of age flicks of the 80s. But you don't have to take my word for it. But anyway, so what are your thoughts on Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And next time I'll be bringing to you a special video. Won't tell you what it is. It'll feature a little bit of a tribute before I go into it. It'll actually be a re-review. Now, also, I have decided I'm going to be pushing back the dates for the Man in Black 2 and Man in Black 3 reviews. They will Man in Black 2 will now come up on the 16th instead of the 15th, and Man in Black 3 will now come on the 17th instead of the 16th. I'm doing this so that way I can maybe do a spoiler-free review and then another one before I do Man in Black 2 the next day or so. Okay? Thank you for your understanding. So thanks for watching. If you like this, check out these other coming of age teen flicks and what have you from the 80s. In the upper left hand corner is my review on Revenge of the Nerds, one of the films I was just talking about. The upper right hand corner is my review of Porky's. Or go to the bottom left hand corner and see my review of future coming of age flick American Pie from 1999. And the bottom right hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe if you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc. Then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.